got to visualize in your mind how you're going to get to that corner exit, how you're going to get your bike in a position to be able to accelerate as fast as you can out of that turn. We all know 12% of those fall downs are because we've used too much throttle. So you want your bike in a position that you can start adding power quickly, because the speed at this part of the straight is significantly determined by the speed at this part of the straight. If you're not putting power here, you'll never get the speed you need to be fast. Okay? So you've got to pick your earliest exit line such that the bike will be up, that you'll have more contact patch that you can start adding power. Okay? And Dave's going to talk to that in a minute. But and then, you know, he talks about making it up as you go. You know, if you don't have a plan, right, earliest exit line, if you're just riding out there on the track, just waiting for something to happen, then bad things are going to happen. Have a plan. You know, understand what you're going to be doing, how you want to get your bike to the point you want it to be at, so that you can get out of that turn and get into the straight. Dave's going to talk to us about how to choose earliest exit line. This is a really good exercise.
Some of you may have seen it before if you were here at Texas World last weekend. I did this too. But a whole lot of what we're going to talk about today, almost everything, has to do with your position on the track at any given time. Okay? And the challenge is, as most of you know, it has everything to do with all these points, by the way. Braking, it's going to set you up for being somewhere. Throttle control, a big issue as far as where it's going to put you on the track. The exit line and the clip point, we're going to discuss at this point. And what I want to show you is a little schematic, if you will, that will kind of underline what I'm trying to tell you. Can everybody see this okay? Can you see the different lines? There's like a red line here, a green, kind of probably looks kind of gray or silver this way. How many of you think that the silver line would be the best line through this corner?
Don't be afraid.
No takers?
Take an inch, okay?
Okay. How many of you think that the red line would be the proper line through this corner? Got two, couple. And the green line? A lot of takers on the green line. Okay. I want you to keep that in your mind as we go through this, okay? Because what I'm about to show you is going to underline the importance of the early exit line. Okay? Sometimes when I first started, early exit line kind of threw me, but it's really the exit line. When you're racing, it's going to become, the priority is going to be on the early exit line. But today, what I want you to understand is the importance of the exit line. The exit line, to define it, is going to be the point where you come through the turn and you can see the exit and begin to stand your bike up. The point that you're going to, that is the exit line.
Now, isn't that question determinant on how soon the next corner is coming up on that track right there?
It depends on several things. Let me show you.
What's coming up next?
Okay, most of the takers were on the green line, right? Well, I've got three different scenarios here to show you. You selected the green line and you're coming onto a straightaway here. You're relatively in pretty good shape, right? And you don't have any real exaggerated things to deal with. Let's look at the right-hander. Now, somebody tell me.
Tony, can you stand behind that picture?
Sure. There you go.
Thanks.
Make a better
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
window than or door than you do a window.
Not very handsome, actually.
Okay. Now, how many takers did we have on the green line? Okay, quite a bit. The point is, how many of you see something wrong with the green line now? Just about everybody, okay? You're coming through here pretty hot, and you're getting projected out here, okay? That's how you get in trouble. The reason that you chose that line is the same reason you're going to be in trouble on the track if you don't know the exit line, okay? You didn't know where I was going to take you, did you?
Right.
On the track, if you don't know what the track does, and I mean exactly what the track does, you're going to be in the same position. That's how you run off the track. That's how you put yourself in a bad situation with other riders. And you certainly, this line right here, you'd have to slow way down. Even if you salvage this and didn't run off the track, your exit speed right here would just be murder. Okay? Let's look at the left-hand turn. Okay. Now, which line is the best line? And why is it the best line?
The exit of the turn.
That's critical. One thing you will understand too, the further you get into this, is that when you have to make exaggerated turns in the corner, it's going to very much limit the speed you can run that at. Right here, you've almost got the bike stood up straight. You can really go on this line. If you had to take this red line, you're going to really be turning the bike real hard right here. Okay? That means you're going to have to slow way down. Or you're going to, this is where people low side the bike. Okay? Also, the fastest line is going to be the safest line through the track. Now, I want to show you a little detail on clip point.
But before you do that though, Dave,
Yeah.
one other point I wanted to mention was, you know, the earliest exit line to a turn has a lot of factors involved, but one of them is what's after this turn, okay? Because if you've got a set of turns like this, where do you think it would be best to be going fast? Here or there?
There.
Is memorization where you're going. It's like I showed you. You can't make it up as you go. That's one of Kenny's deals too. You've got to know where this goes and exactly what point I'm going to. The more you ride, the more you'll pick up reference points that are set there. It might be a tree on the horizon that when I come right here, I'm looking for that tree. And I'll go to the tree, and when I find the tree, I find something else. Or it may be a mark or a scratch or a place on the track of discoloration or something like that. Anytime you don't get to the curve, and I don't mean you have to hit the curve, you want to be careful of not hitting the curve out here. But anytime you don't get up next to the curve, you're making that corner sharper than it needs to be. And that may be okay at the speed you're running today. If you want to get more speed, you want to have better times, you're going to have to get to the clip point. That's what you want to do, is you want to minimize it. If you're coming out here, you're making this corner a lot sharper than it needs to be. That's why the clip point's critical. Okay? Any question on the clip point? Earliest exit line